Good afternoon, this is Will with Sullivan Auto Trading, and I'm going to be doing a quick walk around on this Mazda for you. We're going to go panel by panel, and I'm going to talk about every blemish, scratch, ding, dent that I might see. We'll go over tire condition, we'll go over wheel condition, interior, exterior, get a shot of the motor. With pre-owned vehicles, I know the expectation is never perfection, and just my first impression of this vehicle driving it up here today to do this video is it's just extremely clean inside. So but I haven't walked the vehicle, so without further ado, we're going to start from the front and we'll go around. Now I will, just a little disclaimer, I tend to over describe any blemish just so there's no surprises, but on a darker car like this, you're going to see everything a lot more, and there are no major dents, scratches, bangs, or body damage on this car. But I don't imagine that we're not going to see a rock chip in the front or a little ding, a little scratch somewhere in the front of the bumper. It's just common, and no matter where you buy your car and who owned it and where they stored it, whether it was in the garage or their driveway, you're going to get that from the road. So so I tend to like zoom in on those things, but I wouldn't let that discourage or discount the car. I mean, this car is extremely nice, and we may not even find any. So but like I said, without further ado, starting from the front. So headlight housings are crystal clear, no signs of condensation whatsoever, or fogginess. The bumper looks very good as we pan along. The grille looks outstanding. The Mazda emblem it looks very, very nice. It's not scratched up, banged, or dented. Kind of back out here a little bit to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. See if I can find one. Here we go. Tiny little rock chip right there. But like as we go across, you can see it looks really, really good, but you're gonna have like some, that's a piece of wax, tiny stuff like that. But as you take a step back, it disappears completely. But front end of the vehicle looks very good. Hood looks great. No signs of any dents or dings or hail that I can see. All of the tolerances or gapping between the fender and the hood are perfect and consistent all the way across as we go around. Now, some of this stuff you see on the hood, that's just dust from just sitting out. We got a lot of, I wouldn't call it pollen this time of year, but this stuff just gets a little dirty as it sits on the lot. And if you move forward on this vehicle, we'll make sure we have it re-detailed before it goes out. But the fender looks great. Let's move along. All the gapping along the door looks very, very good here. I don't see any major dings or dents anywhere here. Let's check out the bottom. Nope, just a little bit of dried up wax, but the rocker panel looks good. The rocker panel is this piece that runs along the bottom of the doors there. Don't see any damage there. Yeah, it's just dust, but looks really, really good. We got two little areas here. Looks like the previous owner probably did some touch-up paint here. And a tiny little blemish there. And a tiny little blemish here. But really overall, so far, looks really good. As we look down the body line, I don't see any evidence of any paint or body work anywhere on the vehicle. All the gapping on the rear bumper looks good. Tail lights look good all the way up the pillar here. Get a shot of the roof. I always look at the roof because you always want to keep your eye out for hail damage. But it looks really, really good. Moving along to the rear bumper. Small spot there that looks like it was touched up or something going on. Just a little blemish, that's all it is. It wasn't touched up. Looks good. Let's see what we got down here. It's just wax too. Rear bumper looks really good. The deck lid or trunk doesn't show any signs of any damage. Get a shot of the back bumper here. And then gapping looks good between the quarter panel and rear bumper. And the body line along the fender well looks good. Now where we're at right now, we're at the passenger side rear door. And sorry if I'm zoomed in a little too much. It's really bright out here. I could shoot it from back here, but I don't think it would pick up the small imperfections if we find any. Looks like there's a little nick right there on the door handle. And looks like there's a little blemish down there on the bottom half, but the rocker panel looks good. And we're back along to the passenger side fender and the front bumper. So my opinion of this car is that, you know, the front end, if I have to be super overcritical, front end has some, you know, light chipping, blemishes, anything you'd see on a black car, period. But it has some, and it's up front. Along the side, couple areas were touched up, nothing major. All the panels are flush and straight. It's very, very nice. As we get around to the rear, a couple little blemishes. They're so tiny though, like this one here I talked about, but nothing that jumps out at me. And then a couple along the passenger door, both rear and front, just tiny, tiny little marks. But I think, you know, if 5 is a perfect score on this car, it's probably, you know, a 4.5. I mean, it's a very, very nice car exterior. You know, and being a dark car, any little brush or rub is gonna show up. But I think it's a very nice car on the outside. Moving along to the wheels. So wheels are in outstanding condition, it looks like so far. I don't see any signs of curb rash anywhere on this wheel. Nope, looks really, really good. Tire depth is probably about, I don't know, 6.5, 7 30 seconds, probably 6.5 30 seconds, which is about 50% to 55%. So good tire tread. This wheel looks good, no signs of curb rash. This wheel looks great, no signs of curb rash. And this wheel looks great. So wheels are in really, really good condition. If you notice when you look through the wheel there, you got a little bit of rust buildup on your rotor. That's completely normal. Once you press the brakes a couple times, it completely goes away. But because of the material that rotors are made of, we could put brand new rotors on a car and they look like that in 2 days just from humidity. But nothing that jumps out at me on the exterior of this car. I like what I see. So we're going to go inside the car now. And let me go ahead and start the car so that chiming stops. 1 second. All right, inside of the vehicle is absolutely spotless. I mean, there's no wear on these seats anywhere. The interior smell is very, very clean, neutral smell. Almost smells like Gain fabric softener. It's very clean. The back seats look like they were never sat in. That's my coffee cup up there. But it's spotless in here. I mean, the headliner is immaculate. There's no button wear. Everything is super, super clean. There's not even any wear on the armrest. So the inside of this car is a 5 out of 5. I mean, it's perfect. Unless I'm missing something, I don't see any signs of wear anywhere. No weird odors, no wear on the steering wheel. Just very, very clean. Let's take a look at under the hood and in the trunk. We'll do the trunk first. Very clean. Very, very clean. And we'll take a shot of the motor. Motor is spotless. All the terminals on the battery look brand new. There's no corrosion, rust, oxidation anywhere. It looks like a brand new motor. I mean, even the motor covering is, shined and clean. Very impressive. And then we'll go on a quick test drive and I'll just give you my opinion. And notice the car does not have floor mats. But the carpets are extremely clean. And you can see there are no warning lights on in this vehicle. We're going to go ahead and just take it out of park and go on a quick test drive. I'm sure this isn't the safest thing to do, but we're going to do it anyways. And what I'm looking for when I go out on this drive is I'm just looking for any type of brake pulsation. If the car pulls to the left or right, there's going straight down the road, and I'm not touching the steering wheel. There are no alignment issues. I'm going to get it up to about 50 miles an hour, and then I'm going to brake pretty hard, and I'm just going to try to feel the brakes out and see if there's any pulsation. There's none. So this car feels tight. And sitting inside of it is, it's very clean. It feels like a car that maybe has 5,000 miles, not 30,000 miles. Go ahead and do it. Just do a U-turn real quick to see how it feels. Drivability, steering's very responsive. It feels tight. I do not hear any type of tire noise, road noise. I mean, in compact cars you hear a little bit of the tires. That's with anything, but no buzzing, no signs of any cupped or worn tires or anything like that. I mean, it's kind of a fun car to drive. I'm going to pull back into the dealership here. And there you have it. Let's see how many keys it has. Vehicle comes with one key, and it does come with the Mazda tag. So if you need to get another key made, it does have the tag number on there. You can get that done at Mazda or your local locksmith. We don't have the ability to cut keys here, and so when we buy cars, we either buy them with one key or two keys, however we purchase them. But they're not too hateful. And there you have it. So, overall, I think it's a very nice car. I don't really have any criticisms, other than when you own a black car, you have some blemishes that show up a little bit more than they would on a white car. But I don't see anything that is out of the ordinary. I would probably purchase this car for myself if I was looking for a Mazda 3. And I think the highlight of this car is the interior, just how clean it is. If I had to be critical, it has one key, doesn't have floor mats, but I saw the price point on this vehicle, and I think the value proposition of what you get buying this car at that price definitely allows for the trade-off of not getting a second key or floor mats. But I hope this gave you a good perspective of the car. Drivability, it's perfect in my opinion, and that's it. So thank you so much for letting me do this video for you, and you can reach out to Rachel and finish your contracting. Thank you.